Hey, what's up, everybody? Just a quick shoot on the flu and the spreading coronavirus. This is an article here from The Hill. I was just looking anywhere to find some basic numbers just to educate myself a little bit. But here's the main takeaways from this I wanted you to see. At least 8,200 people have died from the flu in the United States this season. I'm not going to cover much of anything at all from this story, but it says here at least 15 million flu illnesses reported this season. A lot of times I've seen the numbers a lot higher, 20, 30, 40 million. But again, that's mostly minor things that most of us overcome, things that put us down in bed for a couple days, maybe we miss a couple days of work. It says here the World Health Organization reports flu causes 5 million cases of severe illness worldwide and kills 650,000 people each year. There have been 5 confirmed cases of corona this year in the US so far. I wasn't able to get a date on this article, but you'd figure it was probably a couple weeks ago, say maybe like mid-February. Here's the part I was looking for that has some importance here. This is the paragraph right here you're looking at. So it says here the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that so far this season there have been at least 15 million flu illnesses for the 2019-2020 season, 140,000 hospitalizations, and 8,200 deaths in the US. And then just to finish this up, this is something I've touched on briefly in some of my videos, but I wanted to hit on it a lot more because I think it's maybe not clear what my focus is and what I'm thinking about in terms of how I think about things. We're always talking about corona and all the hype about it, and like I said in all of my videos, I always say this. It's like, hey, my feeling is that because this thing is the new hot thing, the new story to talk about, that media isn't capable of focusing on reality and facts a lot of times. They just do the clickbaity thing just to get people's attention and try to get people stirred up. The flu is here. It's always been here. The vaccines we have, they help a lot of people, no doubt. But the way that things mutated with so many different strains, they're never able to get ahead of it and be able to vaccinate us from all of the things that can happen. But definitely appreciate all the work the scientists do in bringing those vaccines to us. So I think all the companies that do bring these things to us definitely deserve a kudos, and it's worth every bit of money that they're able to get out of it, because without these companies being able to generate these vaccines for us, then we'd obviously be in a lot more trouble than we are each season. But check this out right here. And this is this final paragraph here. It says right here, but still, the flu rarely gets the sort of headlines and outbreak like the coronavirus does. Despite killing more Americans each year than any other virus, and Americans do not seem to be particularly worried. And this is funny, I kind of talked about this in one of my other videos. This is funny, I talked about this in one of my videos yesterday. I was saying that the idiots in the media are finally taking it serious. The reality is, should they be taking it seriously? Relative to the flu, like we've seen here, many millions of people around the globe get infected with it. Hundreds of thousands of people are hospitalized with it. And what were the numbers that I had read? Something like 12,000 to about 60,000 people die per year from it. So what are we doing here? What are we talking about corona for? Why is corona getting all this attention? And like I've alluded to in my other videos, and I'll keep beating the drum on this, I think it's again just that it's the new thing. It's what generates clicks. What we know about the media is they could give two Fs about facts and reporting things that are practical to us. It's what can they put out there that generates clicks for them and makes them money. So I guess that's the great thing about content creators, right? They can actually share stories in a different way and bring these things to people's attention that the media overlooks, kind of like the facts and the reality of it all. So while you're wise to certainly pay attention to what's going on with corona because of the fact that there's no vaccine yet, and it may be a while until there is one. Certainly wise to be more concerned about the flu because we get it. It seems like I get it every year, even if I get the vaccine. That's pretty much what I wanted to say about that, was just letting people know that, hey, don't forget about the flu. I know that we've got the hype of the corona. It's got the cool COVID-19 name and everything like that. And definitely this thing is spreading. Keep your eye on it. Just keep in mind that the flu is far more deadly. The numbers definitely show that. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about corona and all this other stuff and about how it may impact your life and your community. With this coronavirus, you definitely want to make sure that you're not taking it for granted that it's magically going to go away. Like I said in my video yesterday, these individuals in Costa Mesa, their lead officials were like, nah, we don't want these 50 infected people being brought into our city because the government because the state government of California was trying to import 50 people into their city. And I definitely think they were wise to pump the brakes, like I said in that video, and say, hey, let's think about this first. We don't know enough about it. Let's think about it. Let's examine this, because you don't want to bring this into your city. Then all of a sudden you have a situation like South Korea where it's like 20 cases, 30 cases, 100 cases a day. Then all of a sudden it turns into 500 cases. Granted, those individuals have to go somewhere. Again, would you want them in your city based on what you're seeing in South Korea and all that? So that's what I got to say about that. But again, the flu, be safe every year. Get the vaccine if you can. Like I said, I've gotten it. And this past year I got it, and it seemed like there was a period in December where I was laid up for like a week. Even though we get the vaccine, it doesn't always work out. But again, wish you all health. Take care of yourself and just be wise about it out there, everybody. Thanks for watching the video.